You know what's crazy? We don't move on from people because they were perfect. We struggle to move on because our mind refuses to accept that a moment we loved is now just a memory. Think about it. If moving on was really that easy, half the world wouldn't be listening to sad songs at 2 a.m., staring at their fan like it holds all the answers. If letting go was simple, we wouldn't replay old chats, revisit old places, or rewatch memories like they're our favorite web series. But here's the shocking part. We're not stuck because of the person. We're stuck because our brain is still living in a version of the story that doesn't exist anymore. Once you understand this, everything about healing suddenly makes sense. You ever notice how everyone gives the same advice when things fall apart? Just move on, yar. Like it's a built-in feature in our brain settings. If moving on had a button, humans would have pressed it so hard the paint would have faded by now. But no, moving on is that one task that sounds simple, but feels like attempting nuclear physics without Wi-Fi and without hope. And before we go deep, let's accept one universal truth. Humans can achieve miracles, but when it comes to letting go, we all turn into emotional potatoes. We don't get attached to people or moments as much as we get attached to how they made us feel. And feelings don't expire. They sit quietly, like bookmarks in old pages, waiting to be opened again. When someone becomes a part of your life, even for a short time, your brain starts building a future around them. Trips, conversations, celebrations, plans. And when everything suddenly ends, your mind stands there confused like, "Bro, we had a whole script written. How are we supposed to change it now?" This is the real reason moving on feels impossible. Our mind is like a strict librarian. It loves labeling things. People I love. People I trust. People I should have avoided but didn't. When someone important leaves, the librarian doesn't know where to shelf them. Are they a memory? A lesson? A regret? A blessing? Half the time, even we don't know. That confusion keeps us stuck. Memories also don't fade in order. They fade randomly, like unreliable Wi-Fi. One day you feel completely okay, and the next moment your brain goes, "Remember that smile from 11 months, 2 days, 4 hours ago?" Bro, why? But the brain doesn't care. It is a full-time DJ who keeps playing emotional remixes without permission. But here's the deeper truth. We don't actually miss the person. We miss the story we created with them. The future we planned, the version of life we imagined. That's why moving on feels like erasing a movie that never even released, but felt real. And then nostalgia enters. The biggest scammer of all time. Nostalgia doesn't show the pain, the arguments, the stress. No. It shows only highlights, like a fake trailer. Suddenly, the past looks perfect, even if it wasn't. And when you start missing something that wasn't good for you, that's when you know nostalgia has done its job. Then comes habit. Habit is powerful. Humans can get used to anything, even the wrong things. You get used to someone's texts, their good mornings, their silly jokes, their presence, their chaos. When all that disappears, it feels like someone deleted an app from your phone that you opened 50 times a day. You don't miss the app, you miss the feeling. Then there's ego, the most complicated character in this story. Sometimes we're not stuck because of love. We're stuck because our ego can't accept losing someone we invested so much in. Ego hates unanswered questions. Ego hates losing. Ego hates letting go. But the biggest reason we can't move on? Hope. Hope keeps whispering, maybe they'll come back. Maybe one day. Maybe destiny is just stuck in traffic. And this maybe glues us to the past. But moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting. Accepting that your chapter with that person is complete, not destroyed. Not wasted, just complete. Healing isn't loud. Healing is quiet. It looks like this. The day you don't check their profile. The day an old message doesn't hurt. The day you laugh without faking. The day you wake up and realize, I didn't think about them today. That's growth. That's healing. That's moving on. You don't move on from something. You move on towards something. Your future. One day the past won't feel like a wound anymore. It'll feel like a story you lived, learned from, survived, outgrew. And that day you'll realize you were never stuck because you were weak. You were stuck because your heart was healing at its own pace, slowly, beautifully, silently. So breathe. Give yourself time. Healing is not a race. Your story isn't ending. It's just beginning again.